the true thing about radio is that there's a person choosing every single thing. And the good thing about college radio, where it's actual students who are doing all of this, we are all insane in our own ways. And so it's just being able to spread awareness of artists that have never gotten a break, whether they're new or old, and just sharing everyone's individual passion and love for music through the medium of radio.
Something so crucial to KVRX and Co-op is how closely the ears are to the ground among DJs and volunteers. I can't name how many artists students have found in KVRX and got the KVRX cosign, and then a few years ago they've just gone to astronomical heights. And so the cultivation that community stations like KVRX and Co-op bring to these artists who aren't there yet, but they're going to be. We have the track record of finding what's out there that is absolutely amazing and bringing it to audiences to hear, and also the communal setting of experiencing those bands. So putting them on your rosters, throwing shows at people's houses or local businesses so people can come together and enjoy music, and then we can support other community institutions.
As a music director, we do a bunch of stuff. I guess our main role is adding new music to our rotation, and the new bin, which then DJs pull from to play on their shows, usually freeform shows. And we try to focus on Texas artists or underrepresented artists that don't get a lot of airplay, and that feeds into our whole blacklist rule. The blacklist as an ethos is an effort for KVRX to do two things. One, to establish our own identity separate from other radio stations in Austin, especially KUTX, which is also owned and operated by the University of Texas. And so one way we do that is by differentiating our programming, by playing the people who it's not even that they haven't broken the mainstream yet, they haven't even broken the alternative.
It gives you a chance to hear what music is doing when revenue and streams are not the driving force behind sharing them. And so when I got the call to join Co-op, that they might be interested in having me, I was glad to take it because I wanted to be in a community of like-minded individuals who are at different stages of their life, who still want to learn about music. And I would love to continue to use the platform of radio for good.
Tired of the same old mass-produced, never noisy, never twangy, soft this, easy that, VH1 brand of music passed off as rock and roll?
And wake up to the primitive, paint-peeling punk party sounds of Stronger Than Dirt. Every Saturday night from 8 to 10. Experience the finest in savage underground rock and roll from the mid-60s all the way to the present day. That's Stronger Than Dirt every Saturday night from 8 to 10 right here on KOOP Austin.
A thing about Co-op is that it does attract a lot of people with new ideas about radio, people who are tired of what is just being sort of, I feel shoved down our throats, and commercial radio, it just seems to be everywhere. And Co-op is able to find that little sort of niche of, well, there's this music or there's this topic. Look at commercial radio stations in the 60s, and you had DJs that were the star of that radio station, and they would basically pick whatever they wanted. And as the 70s rolled in, program directors started having control over what everybody at the station was playing. So they narrowed down the number of songs that were selected.
It's all about the bottom line for them. I mean, they're going to put out a product that they think is going to bring in the most advertising.
And another great thing about Co-op too is that, once you pick the topic for your show, the station doesn't interfere any with what we play. We have complete autonomy over what we want to play on the show. I love doing it. I love it. It's great, but it's been a little hard in the COVID times because you have to pre-record, and so the energy of the sort of spontaneity of doing something in the studio live is just a little, it's a different way of doing the show, producing the show.
So when the pandemic first happened last spring, one of the first things that I thought of was what's going to happen to KVRX. Because if we can't be in the booth and actually speaking, how the hell do we do radio? And it's been really hard, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, it has brought KVRX closer together in a way where I've never seen people interact so much with each other during other people's shows. I think the amount of people listening during like DJ shows has increased so much, and I'm really excited to see how we can carry that into next year, where hopefully we'll actually be in person and be able to like have shows again where we can be in the booth and have that environment while retaining the culture that's developed during the pandemic.